I got a Michael Porter Jr. question for each of you. Not going to spend a whole lot of time, but I do want to ask these. And Steve, I'm going to ask yours first because it's a little lighter. The question I'm going to ask TJ a little heavier. Michael Porter Jr. has been talking on a podcast and had some interesting things to say about gambling. Obviously, his brother, Jonte, is either in jail or headed to jail for his involvement in a gambling ring. But Michael Porter being pretty transparent here about the potential impact of gambling. Let's play that clip.
The sports gambling stuff can affect that a lot.
100%.
Think about it.
There you go.
You get mad at these dudes like
that don't get your
that do the sports betting, but think about if you could get all your homies rich by telling them, yo,
no shit,
bet $10,000 on my under, this one game I'm gonna act like I got an injury and I'm gonna sit out. I'm gonna come out after 3 minutes, and they all get a little bag because you did it one game. Like, that is so not okay. But some people probably think like that. They come from nothing, and
100%.
all their homies have nothing,
100%.
and they're like, bro, if I come out of this game after 3 minutes and y'all all hit on my under, we're all getting a little bag.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I obviously my brother went through his situation. Malik Beasley's going through a situation right now. Terry Rozier was in some hot water. But the whole sports gambling entity, bro, it's bad, and it's only gonna get worse, bro. Like we really do get death threats. Like if you and the thing is you can't.
Somebody doesn't hit a parlay.
Crazy part is you can't win anymore because if I do too good, I'm messing up the people that bet on the under. And if they bet on my over, you know what I'm saying? So you're messing up some people's money. If they bet on your under or over, you're messing up some people's.
And you know what's crazy? You think about this, is only in probably 13 states right now.
Well, no, I've never. Have you ever You've obviously gotten DM before, like, oh, you fucked my parlay.
Bro, what? Do you remember the dude who was the dude in the football playoffs that missed the catch in the end zone?
Yeah.
What was his name? He played on the.
Was it this past year?
Yeah, the past year, and he missed the catch. You know what I'm talking about? It was like he had that catch right in the end zone. He's like one of the best tight ends.
Andrews.
If you
my boy,
his social media, think about how much money.
cost people?
That's real death threats. They were like, bro, don't come back.
Yeah,
I actually had action on him that game.
That's the elephant in the room that no one's talking about, and Michael Porter Jr. is. I find that fascinating.
After that clip, I want to get on one of Michael Porter's group chats. I don't know if he's the most honest or reckless guy, because you got to stay in kayfabe, but we've talked about this, Jason. As an athlete, I think you should stay away from anything related to gambling during your playing career, specifically sports. I wouldn't even play a March Madness pool as a pro athlete. And there's no upside. You might win some money, but the only things that could happen are basically bad. And what Porter talked about, the individual props. I'm not gonna lie to you, when you say stuff like that, given who your brother is, I guarantee there's someone out there investigating every single prop bet related to Porter, that one right there, and just looking at it and investigating. But I give him credit. We may not like hearing it, Jason, but he wasn't wrong.
Where people need to look, and I've said this before, but I'm just taking this opportunity to reiterate it again. Look at the WNBA, man. There's players in there making $70,000 a year. They're wearing shirts to saying, hey, we're old, we're entitled. Yeah, this league doesn't generate any money, but damn it, we should be getting paid millions of dollars. So you have an entitled mindset that feels like they're being exploited by the patriarchy and this misogynistic culture. And then you have something as easy as, man, I can just fudge an over-under and make an extra $5-10 grand because I believe, hey, $75,000 a year, I should be living like these NBA players. And so if I can hustle on the side and make 5, 10, 15, 20,000, so I can buy a gold chain, I can do all that. I just think this gambling thing, we've opened a bottle of toothpaste that is I just
Jason,
think there's a lot of corruption.
No doubt, it's a Pandora's box, but let's be fair. When a WNBA player is missing a lot of shots, looking bad, laying brick after brick, how could you really tell if it's on purpose or not, though? I mean, we couldn't tell. That's just kind of what they do when they're trying. Just want to throw that out there.
And that's why that is probably the most corrupt league going, and let alone the men's game. But the men are making millions of dollars. But as we see, as it relates to Malik Beasley, they make millions of dollars, but they blow it. They got baby mamas everywhere. They got, family, and just not understanding. You're not supposed to, young people aren't supposed to have millions of dollars. They're just not. They would, if I had had millions of dollars when I was 23, 24 years old, I'd be dead right now, or in jail, because I would have been an idiot and been, anyway. Now second half of this, TJ, Michael Porter said something about women and his addiction to women and marriage that I found interesting and somewhat silly. Let's play the clip.
This is, everybody has different things that they struggle with. That can go from people that struggle with alcohol, people that struggle with drugs. My brother, for example, struggled with gambling. My vice has always come in the form of women. And when I'm far from God and I'm not in my word, I'm not praying, I'm not prioritizing him, that seems to be the place that the devil gets me, is in the space of women. And I know that's a lot of people in my shoes, I know it's a lot of people in my lifestyle or whatever. That's something that comes up a lot, but I've never viewed that as okay. I don't think objectifying women, I don't think being with women all the time and sleeping around and doing stuff like that is cool. And I haven't necessarily been doing that, but nevertheless, women has always been my vice, right? I got 2 younger brothers that are married. I got 2 older sisters that are married. I'm the only one that's not married, and I feel like God kind of gives you what you're prepared to handle. And so far in my life, a good woman, I don't think I'm ready to handle that, because I'm all over the place. Sometimes I'm good, and sometimes I'm not. You know what I mean? And I feel like this cycle of being good with God and bad with God has poured over into me not being able to really lock in and be living the Christian walk in that area of my life.
So there was a part of this that we didn't play, that where he says something about God gives you what you're prepared to handle. And I wrote that specifically. I'm not sure, we kept too much of the front end, not enough of the back end. But it's the God gives you what you're prepared to handle deal that I find stupid. God gives you what you need. And whether you're prepared to handle what you need is on you. And I don't want to demonize Michael Porter Jr. He's a young guy trying to have a vulnerable, transparent discussion. But someone needs to help him figure this out. And hopefully, maybe we'll send this to Michael, or someone will send it to Michael. But trust me, young fella, God has sent you what you need. You're rejecting it. And this whole thing, God's going to, I'm going to wait to send him a good woman when he's perfect, when he sowed his oats and he's prepared to handle it. That's an excuse that you're making to yourself so you can keep living in sin. You can keep doing whatever the heck you want to do. It's a mistake. I've made it. You don't have to do it.